How you doing, Ralfy? Ralfy Customs? It's Sunday. You're shaking about because I've got you on a tripod that I'm holding in my hand. I'm trying to show you the Bridgeport behind me because we're going to do a service on the brake. Let's have a look. This is a service, a Bridgeport milling machine brake. Fingers crossed. Tedious commute. It's not, is it? Not tedious at all. Fucking hell, look. So, Sunday morning this is, I'm filming this. I need to go in and do a bit of work on the old fucking Bridgeport. I'm going to give it a couple of hours TLC, like, and I'm hoping that I can fix a bit of a bugbear with it. Righto, so I've got you precariously perched, and I'm going to need something to stand on before I get into it. But I've been on the interweb. And this is how you do it. You take the drawbar out, you move the quill down as far as you can, and you take these knobbles off. So you undo the locking doodads for the motor, take the knob off, and then you can unwind the special nuts and the washers. Yeah. Do that both sides, slacken the belt, like that, look, and then that'll lift off. Take that off, put it somewhere safe, which I'm going to put it on the back there. And then there's half a dozen bolts underneath here that you can undo, and you should be able to lift this top section off, which is where the brake's located, under there, under the pulley. It's above this pulley that, I don't know if you can see it, but they're a bit of a mare. You can't get to it when it's assembled and together like, so strip it down we must. All right, so I'm on a step, I'm on a blog, so I'm going to climb up on the fucking bed. Don't try this at home. And I've unplugged the beast, although everything's off. There's someone's drawn, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little man getting a shock because the electrics are under there. So I've taken all of that off. I'm guessing that this just lifts out. If the belt's not catching, look. So that goes there. Wow. And then we undo the screws underneath here and take this off, which again, you don't really need to watch me undoing whatever size they are. I'm going to get... I think I'll get a ratchet on the job. Fucking hell, it's cold this morning. I've not given you... They look metric. I'm not giving you a temperature check today, but it's plus 3 degrees in the workshop. They're metric. I'll get a fastener and we'll have them off. Fastener. A tool. I'll get a tool. And one last one, which is under they are metric, and they are a bit tight, but not too tight. So. There's a couple of fucking. This one here jams the socket head. The back of this tool on it, and there's one around the other side that you just cannot get this in. It's got the high-low gear shifter in the way, but we've got them all off now. According to the instructions I saw, I'm hitting the wrong bit, look. I'm hitting that and I want this off. It just lifts off. just lifts off, he says. This just lifts off. Fucking hell, it's heavy. Let me climb up again. It doesn't just fucking lift off. Does it? Something's catching on something. Is it this fucking timing belt? There's a timing belt in it, maybe. And his foot out in low. No. He's definitely catching on that timing belt. So, fuck knows. I'll have a wiggle and a jiggle off camera, but it's about ready to come off. Fucking hell, what a way to spend your Sunday morning. Come on, you come. It's not the heaviest thing in the world, but it's heavy enough. It's almost like the quill's not down far enough. Oh, yeah, because someone could set a fucking depth stop on it when he was last doing a job on it. So it's exactly that the quill's. Okay, I can't feel my fingers. Right, let's fucking. I hope you can't hear Cheryl Crow in the background, because that'll be copyright strike for me, won't it? So we can move the quill all the way out of the way, and I think we'll have much more of an opportunity. Still not got it. They really mean every inch of it, don't they? When they say move your quill all the way down, every last fucking inch. Right. Now, come on, you fucker. Oh, hallelujah. There's the timing belt. Don't forget that. And there's the head in my hand. So we can look at stripping that out and checking the brake out on the bench. Right, so here it is off. And I'm going to take these screws out. There. Both sides. And then this should knock in. The centre should knock in, which will release this set of affairs, like this thing will drop off, all the pulleys. There's some springs in there that you need to take care of. They come out, but that will show me the brake. So that's my plan. Okie dokie, so ignore the sounds of the dulcet tones of the compressor with brake cleaner all of this top, and give it a bit of a clean up so that I can see what I'm doing here. Like, so what I'm doing is undoing those screws that I showed you. Now here's where this and the original Bridgeport differ. The original Bridgeport J-type head, which is what this is a copy of, has grub screws that go down and pinch these and hold them, like, because they need a bit of help sometimes. So that drops down. We need a block of wood under it to, or me, actually, I can hold it, look. Bear with. Jeez, that's tight, isn't it? It's going to be fun getting that back in, hey? Well, I'm sure it's not supposed to be that tight, but it is what it is. I'm going to need a bit of wood or something, but I'll carry on. I'll get that tapped out. Oh, I'll get that tapped out without shouting even. Now the compressor stops. I bet you could hear me anyway, and I'm shouting like full. Anyway, I'll get it tapped out, and then we'll have a look at what's what. Hey, we use this little boy.
And there she blows, Captain. So there's your 4 springs we need to keep an eye on. There's your step pulley head thing, shaft, drive, Eckenbecker. And there's your brake. This is what's causing us problems. There's a spring in there, and when we do that, these should close up. And they ain't, that one's sticking. Now, it could just be, wow. See, again, on the original J, they have lock nuts on the top here. So, when you tighten these up, you can lock them off so they don't come adrift. Because if that comes out while you're running it, you have all sorts of problems. But what's happening, I don't know if you can see, is look, that's putting the brake on, and when I turn it off, this one's sticking. That one's not great either. So I think what we'll do, we'll get in with our large sized screwdriver, and we'll have them out. And we'll give everything a good clean up and a good lube, and then we'll Loctite these in. Because, like I say, if these ever come out while you're fucking working it, then look, hey guys, that's working properly now. Now I've loosened, well, took that one out, so that one was pinching on here. Probably just shit under there. Or because there's no locking mechanism, they have to be put in a bit too tight. But I'll Loctite them. And go from there. At least we know that there's nothing mechanically wrong, which is great. So I'll get this one, last one out, look, if I can. Last one out, and that can stay where it is. I'm not too fussed about that, because there's a big spring. There's a spring inside each one. It's fucking fascinating setup, look. There's a bit of wear, a bit of shit, and a bit of detritus. But I'll get it cleaned up. And then we'll look at just burning it back up. Right. So we've cleaned up those brake shoes, I guess you call it, a braking ring. Yep. Everything's in good order. Now, you can buy these for the Bridgeport. I don't think you can for the Induma, but it might be the same. Don't know. And again, remember that these wouldn't be Loctited because there's locking nuts on the outside, but these ain't long enough for that. So what I'm going to do is put a drop of Loctite on each of these bolts as we fit them. I've put a little bit of grease on the cam there. So that should, if I can line that up, bear with, it's a bit tricky. There. So the cam should work nice and smooth because I've lubed it up. Everything goes better with a bit of lube. And I'll experiment. If you remember, when I took this one out and tried it, it worked fucking great. So just nip that up because the Loctite will hold it. Bit of Loctite on this one. And then it goes. So, tighten that one up. Hey, I do a bit of watchmaking, as some of you know. This is nothing like it, is it? This is fucking caveman engineering. Look at that, it's fucking peachy. That's just what we want. It goes on, and then when I release it, it flicks off, but it's not. There you go, that way, and that way. Ooh, it's gone over cam, that's why. So, this is the main suspect. Let's give them a bit more of a... That's tight. Fucking. That's tight. Fucking tight. So, how is it? All still the same, right? I'm hoping it was just the dirt. It was binding it up. And not a fault with this screw because although the Loctite will more than hold it where I want it. It'd be nice if I could actually tighten it up proper, like. So, come on. Right, that is just touching. That's just touching. How is it? Yeah, it is. It's not snapping back like it was, but it's not binding on like it was. So, tighten that right up. How's that? Tight. See, look, there's a gap now. It's that fucking screw. There. So, we have a choice, don't we? We can leave it loose and Loctited, or we could probably put a washer under it. You know, it can't stick out. It can't come out any further than this surface. So, what do you do? Pop quiz. Pop quiz, ace. Give that a scrape in case I've missed a bit, and that's what's doing it. But I don't think I have. Try it in again. See what's what. It's got to be this hole. I can't believe I've got these two screws back in the same fucking slot, like, well, there's 50-50 chance. So that's just touching, and it's binding. That one's binding. And I know that they're all right. So, fuck it. Let's see. You can come back in a sec. Hold on. I'm going to have a fuck about and look at the spacer. Right. What I've done off camera, if I don't know if the camera will pick it up, is I've machined the back off. The little bit off the back. I don't want to go anymore. It's just about fucked. But it'll do. That makes sense. So, now we'll Loctite it and drop it in. I suppose I could even give it a bit of that, couldn't I? It's not going to work. Bit of lube on there. So now let's fumble the screwdriver and get this nipped up, and it should be great. Nip. How's that? Ooh, look at that, working perfectly. So there you go. I don't know what's caused that, whether this is faulty or that's faulty or what, but we've fixed it and everything is tweaked and Loctited, so we shouldn't suffer any catastrophic failures, should we? Now I've got the unenviable, we'll call it, task of refitting that pulley head thing. See, I know all the technical terms, me. That pulley head. Now, what I've got is, get a pen. Sorry, I'm not filming this very well. But there's slots. I can see where the bolts go in, where those pins go in, and I'm going to mark it because it was ever so tight. I want to line those up, and also there's about 100 holes around it. Someone's had a good go at it at various times. So I need to check which ones are best. I think it's that one and that one. So they would then line up with those holes there, which is about there. Because I have a feeling once I knock this in, it ain't coming out easily or rotating easily or anything. I've got it stuck now. I ain't put the fucking springs in. So, hold on, let me fuck about with this off camera and I'll see you in a minute. With those springs in, grease them up a bit. They like a bit of grease. So does this. A little bit of grease. Won't hurt, will it? So, we'll Bit of grease on those springs. A bit of grease down the bore. Just a little bit of lube. So I'm going to try my best to line up the good holes, which are these, that one and its corresponding pair. I've lost it now, haven't I? Which one is it? That one there. So I'm going to line that up with the mark that I've made. So bear with. It's going to go. I'm going to go in like that. And I'm going to tap that home. Probably mostly off camera, to be fair. And we'll go from there. Right. The last bit went easy. And there's it, yeah. That up and down is between your gears, you iron in low, it drops up and down a step. So that's that. Now we look, and yeah, it did go easy, but it's not gone all the way through. So I think we need to give it a couple more love taps. Yeah, it needs to come up a bit more. I'm not sure how to make it do that, to be honest, because get this ring off. Come on. For fuck's sake. Get off, will you? So we'll have this off, he says. There you go. And now we want this to come up more. Oh no, actually, the screws are actually about lining up now. Okay, so we'll lube that up while we got it. Bit of lube in here. How do they look? Look like they're not going to do it. So how do they look now? Yeah. So we'll get these screws back in. Yeah. One each side. Come on. It's not quite having it. But I'll fiddle about off camera and get them in. And then we can go from there, can't we? So I'll put those two screws back in, and then I think we'll put this back on the machine. All right, quick top tip. I put my hammer underneath so it touches on this to get the liney this way, look, because we can push down on it and get that screw lined up so we're not cross-threading it. So there you go. We can use that to our advantage, Mr. Bond. And just a tweak, then we'll spin it round. Do the same on the other side. So spin it round, and I've not really, have I? But I've turned it a bit. And we'll get this one in. If it lines up, which it don't. So we'll look at getting that one lined up. Maybe it'll, there you go. It'll just tweak around a little bit. So get that in. We don't need that anymore. There you go. So now, range change works nice. It's a bit fiddly off the machine. That works okay. Our brake works okay. Yeah, it should lock against this ring. When we put it on, it should lock. Which it's not overly. There you go. so you can let go. So you can put the brake on and lock it. You got 2 hands free to change your tooling or whatever you've locked it for, like. But that is pretty much that back together. I'll give this a wipe before we go back over to the machine. Righto, voiceover Ralfy here because of the microphone malfunction, completely operator error. Anyway, what I'm showing is 3 screws off that flange on the top of that pulley there, and the guy I watched took it off so that he could get the belt back on easily. Now, I never bothered. I just wrestled it in there like and wriggled and jiggled and fucked about with it, and it plopped in quite easily. So you don't need to take that off. You can get it in. Once I got it about right, then I've adjusted the quill up a bit so that I can get the pulley box thing, the pulley cluster on the end of the quill drive. Yeah, so that all lines up nicely. And from there, you can just carry on and get it built up. Now, we can drop the motor on after. Look, I'm just showing that it turns, everything's working, and that it turns properly. We can get those screws in underneath to fix it up there. So that's what we're going to get on with. Now I'm just going to point out in a second that the stop screws, these things, look, with the handle on, they don't always line up apparently when you put them back on. So you might have to fuck about flipping them over and maybe putting another washer on or something to try and get the handles to line up so that that bit points in the right direction when you've got the motor tight, like. But I didn't have that problem, as it happens, when I built it up. I just put it back together and everything was absolutely peachy. Righto, so got these grub screws back in. Socket head screws, sorry. Fucking hell, I'm not going on a Sunday, am I? And we don't need to go mad, it just needs to be tight, not fucking tight. So, there we go with that. By the power of the wibbly wobbly, we get that fitted. Now we've got the joys of trying to wrestle this motor. I'm going to have to climb up, aren't I? So here we go, mounting it in Bridgeport style. Right, this is quite heavy. Can you tell? So, what I don't want to do is what I've done. Chop the belt. There we go. So, yeah. There we go. So, and I'll climb back down. This is well sketchy. I got my foot on where you adjust the knee and it's oily and round and slippery. So yeah, now we fit these. So this is the one that came off this side. Apparently, you don't have to worry about this one getting super tight when you tighten it up, but that's just fucking great. That's peachy. That's pop on. Bob on, look, that's tight. That's not tight. That's exactly what we wanted. So we'll loosen it off. We can move the motor to tighten the belt up, which I will just drop on. I think we'll have it. It's dry. It's difficult to get on because you can't get around it. So let's have it a couple down from the top, which is going to give us about 910 RPM. About 910. 910 it is. So, come on. It's really awkward. One of the faults with these is that changing spindle speeds is a faff. There we go. I'll fit the other one of these. Look, there you go. That's that. Tighten it up. Fit the other one. Plug it back in. And then we should be good for a test drive. Like. Okay, let's fucking see. Let's rock and roll. So, well, it definitely runs. Try again. And the brake works. And the brake releases. Let's try high and low. I'm going to switch it round on the back side, which you can't see, so bear with. I can't do it. It needs to be, there we go. And that needs to do that, so no, it's still fast. Oh no, slow down here. I don't know if you can see that. Fucking that's brilliant. That's the best it's ever been. Although, oh, fucking happy days that is. And it should lock. It don't lock. What about this way? No. Maybe I need to take this off and grind a bit off something. Can we live without a lock? Oh, there you go, locks. Sorted, so that won't move now, so you can fuck about fitting your drawbar and tooling, which is what I need to do next. So, yeah, we're good. Get this up and out of the way. Where it belongs. That is one Bridgeport brake service done. Happy days. So yeah, there you go. That went all right, didn't it? I'm well pleased. It's been really bugging me. I thought the motor was dying. I thought the cold was fucking it up. I thought this, that, and the other. And in the end, I sussed it was the brake, and I weren't sure. I've never done one. So I went on YouTube, which is probably what you're doing right now, to see about servicing, repairing, replacing that brake. I'm pretty sure if you've got an Induma like mine, not only are you in an elite club, because there's not many of us out there, but you could use a Bridgeport parts. That brake is definitely Bridgeport, 100%. So yeah, there you go. J-head, step pulley, Bridgeport brake serviced. Thanks for watching. Yeah. If you check out my friends' merchandise, all the shizzle in the description below. Give us a like if you've liked it. Give us a sub if you want to see it regularly. And I'll catch you on the next one. Big love, everyone. A little bit of bonus footage on the end. Bonio. Bit of bonio on the end. Is we've got Operation fucking Grow Room. We've got the beam in along. I've just done that. Got the upright fixed. Screwed back to the wall, welded to the job light, everything's fucking hunky-dory. There's so much sag, little sag in there. I'll try and line up with the top of the paint on the shutter there, look. That's the brickwork, that orange yellowy line is the level of the brickwork. So we've got a little bit of saggy just there. Apart from that, happy days. So if you're in the know, please don't bollock me too much. But I fucking got it up there and on my own, so happy days.